Japan lost 30 years, with almost zero increase in the Nikkei index in the 1990s. A long lost 30 years began in the island country of Japan, when the Japanese economy was experiencing a huge challenge. The collapse of the economic bubble has brought a heavy blow to the whole country. Many companies have closed down and many people have lost their jobs. The main characteristics of the lost 30 years period are slow economic growth, deflationary pressure, high unemployment rate, and a decline in the stock market. The series of policy measures taken by the Japanese government have failed to effectively restore economic growth. During this period, the Japanese economy faced structural problems, including an aging population, a highly competitive global market, and a rigid business and employment environment. It was not until recent years that the Japanese economy began to gradually recover, corresponding to the Nikkei index representing the Japanese stock market at January 4, 1991, 24,069 p.m., March 6, 2009, 7173 o'clock, February 7, 2020, 23,827 p.m., June 14, 2023, 33307 o'clock. This means that if you invest in the Nikkei index fund, there will be no positive return for 30 years. It wasn't until 2023, after 33 years, that we achieved a 38% increase and an average annual return of 1%. From the perspective of the broad base index, the lost 30 years are truly worthy of the name. But are there really no good investment opportunities in Japan in these 30 years? In the past 30 years, despite the overall economic gloom in Japan, many Japanese companies have taken different paths. They realize that although the entire economic environment is difficult, there is still potential and demand. They actively seek new markets, innovate products and services, and seek international cooperation and development. These companies emerged from the difficulties and became the backbone of Japan's economic recovery. One company worth mentioning is Uniqlo, which has demonstrated strong resilience and innovation in the past 30 years. Uniqlo insists on providing high-quality and affordable fashionable clothes, which are loved by consumers. They stand out in the fiercely competitive market through unique supply chain management and flexible sales strategies. Uniqlo's success is not only in Japan, but also makes full use of globalization, which has made Uniqlo widely recognized worldwide. The parent company of Uniqlo, Fast Retailing, was listed in 1994. Since 2000, the stock price of Fast Retailing Group has risen from 6508 yen to 36,520 yen today. An increase of 461.13%. Tadashi Yanai, the founder of Uniqlo, has also become the richest man in Japan. Then look at Toyota. It is also determined to forge ahead and actively explore the international market. It has made amazing achievements in North America and Europe, and has become the world's largest automobile manufacturer. Toyota's share price has also risen from $8 to $158 since 1983. 1861.29% increase. The world is difficult, but Japan's entrepreneurial spirit never dies. Although such stock price performance is still dwarfed by contemporary American companies, but it still indicates that in the lost 30 years, there are still good investment opportunities worth seizing in the Japanese market. Some stocks perform well, so what about investing in Japanese funds? Taking the Aberdeen Japan Small Company Fund as an example, from 1984 to 2023 accumulated increase of 67.24%. Stock fund investing in the Japanese market also achieved good performance returns. The 30 years lost are truly terrifying to think about, especially in terms of the performance of the broad base index, which has risen almost zero in the past 30 years. It is in such an environment that there are still outstanding companies and funds that bring considerable returns to investors. In order to find such excellent companies and investment opportunities, only by adhering to value investing, targeting high-quality companies such as Uniqlo and Toyota Motor, and long-term investment in holding, can we achieve good investment performance in this difficult era. The 30 years lost in Japan have also proved that value investing plus long-term investment is a feasible way for ordinary investors to obtain good returns.